The SEC didn't just clarify crypto, they changed who gets to win. So if you've made it to this third video, you probably already understand something most people don't. Crypto isn't being regulated by fixed rules. It's being judged based on context. And that context may have consequences. Because when rules are flexible, advantage shifts to players who can navigate them well. So who or which projects actually win from all this? Well, first off, it will likely be large and well-funded companies. You know, the ones that have legal teams, compliance departments, and the ability to structure things properly from day one. Second, it will probably be the institutions that are entering into the space, because this kind of conditional clarity will give them just enough confidence to participate without locking regulators into strict definitions. And the third, well, it's going to be the crypto assets that already fit within the existing market structures, especially the ones who are tied to things like futures markets and established trading infrastructure. Now, you might also like to bet on the underdog. So let's talk about the odds or the moonshots and who will likely struggle. Because the projects and cryptos that will likely struggle, well, it's probably going to be the early stage projects, the ones who are mainly retail driven launches. Right? I start thinking about the thousands of different meme coins that are created every day. You know, anything that is really built on hype, speed, and or maybe aggressive fundraising, because those are the exact scenarios where the Howey test might get triggered. So this isn't about the SEC picking winners directly, but when the rules depend on interpretation, structure, and timing, the system naturally favors scale, resources, and compliance. Now, if you look at the big picture, right, get out of the trees, look at the forest, the big shift that is happening here is that the SEC and the CFTC are starting to divide up the map. And some assets fall under security law and others under commodity framework. And they're not necessarily competing, they're now coordinating and collaborating. So no, unfortunately, this didn't lock crypto into a clean category, but I think that's the plan, because it created a system where the more prepared you are, the more room you have to operate. And the less you are, well, the harder it becomes to exist. So if you take all this into account and you think about the over 37 million cryptos that exist, you might start understanding which ones will be around after regulation and which ones will probably disappear. So let me know your thoughts in the comments.
I have said publicly before that I think 99% of all crypto probably goes to zero. But there is that 1% where I think that is focused on solving a real problem for real customers and is able to do that at scale. And that's going to be game changing.